What's up, everybody? And today we have a 2010 Kia Soul Plus model, and it's got the 2-liter in it right there, 2.0 liter. And they took to another shop, and shop said that they needed motor mounts and a torque strut mount, which is torque strut's about right here somewhere, about even with the throttle body. And here's the motor mount that they said they needed, and then they said they needed axles as well. So we're going to be doing 2 videos on this. First we're going to do the motor mount video, and then we're going to do the axle video. But so on the first one we're going to be doing motor mount. I'm going to do the torque strut arm first, just because I needed to pull it up on ramps just to get it off the ground a little bit, make it a little easier. So I have it right here. Let me climb underneath and show y'all where it is. Right there. That's the one we're changing. And then the other one will be up on top. But once I change this, I'll bring it back down and we'll change that, just because I need to get a jack underneath the oil pan to lift it up enough to clear the motor mount. But this right here is pretty straightforward. Let me grab some tools and then we'll get y'all and the repair procedures and show you how this is done. To take this off, we're going to need a 17 and a 14. There is a nut on the back. Alright, and they're going to be probably a little tight. There it goes. You saw the engine move a little bit. We're going to take the 2 on the back off. Once you take those 2 on the back off, it should move a little more, and you'll probably be able to pull it out then a little easier. That's one of your bolts. That one popped out. And there you go. Here's your whole torque strut arm assembly right there. Here is your new one, and if you notice, it has like a taper right here. That is the up position that we're going to put it in. Slide that bolt through, and we'll go ahead and start the nut. So I'll move, y'all, and the way I'm going to pull this in is I'm actually got a longer bolt, and we're going to thread it in and pull this in some, and I'm thinking it should be the same size. Yeah, so I'm going to thread this in, pull it in enough just until I can get the bolt on the other side, and I should be able to pull in just enough. If not, I'll space it out, but it should pull it in some. Yeah, I'm getting it to pull in. Then we'll see if we can get it to pull in enough to actually start the other bolt. Should be about there. Oh yeah. Now I can start this other side. Alright, I'm going to pull this bolt out, and then I'm going to put the other one in. And I'm not going to bore y'all with taking this all the way back out. I'm just going to get my electric ratchet too and pull it out and put this one in, and then we'll come back and torque these down. Okay, so now we're going to torque these. And it's a little tight in here. So these torque to 47. Try not to hit the camera. Alright, see if I can get this side now. And then this big bolt right here on the other side, the nut, you're going to torque it to 80, See if I have enough throw. Alright. Now we're going to take it up to the top and we're going to remove the other motor mount. And I'm going to put my jack underneath here because we'll have to jack up the engine on the oil pan. I will put a piece of wood underneath here first just so we don't crack it or put too much pressure with the metal jack. But we're going to have to use that just to lift it off of there. But I'm going to take y'all up top and show y'all how to remove all that. Alright, so we're on top now, and here's where the other mount lives. It's right here beside the power steering reservoir. We probably will have to move this out of the way. You don't have to take it off, but just move it. You want to have 3 nuts and 1 bolt that holds the bracketry on there. There's going to be 1 nut on the bottom, in the front, a bolt in the back, and 2 nuts in the back. From the looks of it, they're probably, I don't know, 16, 17, somewhere around there. But let me grab my ratchet and everything and we'll see exactly what size it is. Okay, so the nut on the front is a 17. I haven't checked the back ones. Yep, they all seem to be 17s. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 on the back out and loosen the other ones, and then I'm gonna set my my jack in place, not my transmission jack. And once I do that, I'll bring y'all back and I'll show you how we're going to take this out of here and move everything out of the way so we can get to everything. I took 3 of them off. I took the front nut, back nut, and the back bolt off, and then I loosened the last one right here. And then to take this reservoir up and out of the way, if I can get it, show y'all a little bit better. Come on. A little bit of a tight squeeze. But there's 2 10mm down there, and then there's a metal line that is attached to the bracket as well. And you can pull this out of the bracket. It's just got little rubber grommets, but they're in there extremely tight. I'm going to try to pull it out if I can, just to give me a little bit more clearance. But, and on the back side, I don't know how well y'all can see that right there, where my finger's at. That right there just slides up. So I'm going to try to take the bracket off just to give me a little bit more clearance, and then I can pull the bracket out. Just these grommets are super tight. If I can press down on it. I think we're getting it. Oh, there we go. Much better. Here's your bracket. I can work around this right here. That's not a problem. So I'm on the last nut now, and like I said, I do have my jack under the engine holding it up. I jacked it up just a little bit just to give me some play to pull this little bracket off. I don't know how well y'all can see or how I got it angled. I wonder if that is part of it too. I may pull that off to see. It may be a 14. It's a 12. I'm thinking it's just a dampener, but it may be part of it as well. We're about to find out. Yeah, I think it was just a dampener on it. May just be in a bind. I'm going to let the engine down a little bit to see if that will break it loose. So y'all may move a little bit. Kind of hold y'all still. Must just be stuck on there pretty good. Alright. Alright, let me see if I can get this out because it's stuck on there pretty good. I can see it starting to separate, but it's not wanting to. So let me see if I can get this out, and then once I do, I'll bring y'all back. I had to take a little bit more off than I should have, but now we can lift that out. There it is. I was hitting the overflow tank. If yours doesn't stick like mine was, I had to hit it a few more times with a hammer. If yours doesn't stick like mine did, you should be able to just pull it right out without any issues. But like I said, I did have a little bit of issues, which it's kind of good that it happened on video just to show that not everything goes according to plan. But I had to take the reservoir off for the coolant and the cruise control unit. Cruise control just has two 10 millimeters, and then it has this little bracket right there that it attaches to. Then you're going to have a nut and 2 bolts that hold the overflow tank on. This is what they look like. I just stuck them right there where the cruise control motor bolts to, just so I don't lose them. And here's your overflow tank right there. Move these boxes. I'll get y'all part numbers before the end of the video, I promise, just so y'all have those, and there will be links to everything. But now all we have to do is, there's 3 bolts on the actual motor mount. They look like 14s right there, 2 on the front, and well, looks like 2 bolts and a nut, and then 1 nut on the back. But I'm going to pull this out real quick and I'll show y'all what it looks like. Here is the motor mount right there. Didn't mean to hit y'all. Alright. So we'll throw that to the side. And I'm going to get y'all the part numbers now. Let me move some of this so y'all can see. So for the strut arm, that is the part number right there. This is an anchor part, A71020. And I got these as a set off of Rock Auto actually. And then here is that one. That is the front one right there, and it is an ankle part as well. Like I said, I got them as a set. It is $97.56, and this is for the 2-liter on this, not, yeah, but the other one is like 1.6 or something like that, 1.8 I think, somewhere around those lines. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this, put it in there, and then whenever I get ready to torque it down, I'll show y'all what the torque specs are on this. But I'm just going to throw it down in here, and it comes out pretty much straight up. I'll show y'all. Well, let me open it and then I'll show y'all how I put it in. So here's a new one. It does have a thread protector. I pulled it up a little bit just to make it easier to pull off. Let me move this back out of the way. Putting the reservoir for the power steering up. And just like that, it goes right in. And the bolts aren't even really that hard to get to either. I can get them started back in. As soon as I tell you it's easy to get to, they don't want to start. And thread them in about as far as I can with my hand. Same thing with the nut on the back. I don't run them all the way down, just so if you have to move it around a little bit to get the bolts in. Now I have to switch hands, use my left hand on this one. glad it's warming up today. It was like 35 degrees this morning, which is cold to me. I know it's probably not cold to some of y'all. Some of y'all probably get negative degrees and stuff, which I lived in the north for a while. Didn't care for it. Too cold. I'm a hot-natured person, or light hot nature, I should say. That one's a little harder to get to with it right there. Come on. There it goes. Alright, so let me look up the torque spec on this, and then I'll come back and I'll torque them down. Alright, so I got the front two torqued already. They torqued to 47, but I went to 50 just because of the amount of extensions that I got. There we go. And then the 17 millimeters that go on the metal bracket right here, they torque to 61. So I'm gonna get this back on. Where was it? There we go. See if I can get the engine pulled back and back into place. Maybe a little hard for me to film me doing this, so what I'm going to do is get it set back down on here, and then I'll show me torquing it all down. Alright, I've already torqued these front two, and I think I torqued this right here also, but I'm going to redo them so you can see that they're torqued. I did go up to 65 just because of all the extensions. That does call for 61. An extra 4 foot-pounds isn't going to hurt. Now, I haven't torqued this one yet. Alright, and I'm going to stick this dampener right here back on there. And remember, that right there was a 12, I believe. Put it back up. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the dampener back on, go ahead and throw the reservoir and the reservoir for the power steering and the bracket and all that stuff back on, and then once I get through, I'll bring y'all back and we'll close out the video. I got everything put back together. As you can see, connectors back on, all the bolts are in. This is tight. I hooked the line back up down there. We got the dampener on, bolts are torqued. I did show you all the part numbers. I torqued them all down, showed y'all the torque. I'll put all the parts and the torque specs in the description below as well, just so everybody has it. You don't have to search back through the video if you don't want to. And well, like I said, there will be another video up on this. We're going to be doing the axles on this car next. I'm going to film it today, but it'll be up in like 2 or 3 days after this one comes up, so everybody have that. But like I said, this is pretty much putting the torque strut and this front motor mount on one of these right here. Not too bad of a job, I think, for both of them. It called for like 3 hours to do both of them together. So, and it took me roughly, I don't know, hour to do them. So like I said, it's easy to do if you got the right tools. But this is going to conclude the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, you know, all the stuff that helps the channel grow. And also, the video for the giveaway will be up next week, so we'll find out who's going to win that. If you haven't commented on the video and would like to win a breaker bar, comment on it. You'll be entered in a chance to win it. But like I said, this is going to end this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section. I'll get to them as soon as possible. And until next time, y'all have a great day.